Program Director for Climate Change and Renewable Energy at the Centre for Science and Environment. He joins us live now from New Delhi. Thank you so much for your time. Now, why did India want to change the language regarding coal in this Glasgow Pact?
Yeah, this last minute change in the or run down the text is not at all desirable. From the civil society side, we do not think this is the good thing to do. But this is also highlighting the deep distrust between the North and the South, and particularly the rapidly developing world that required the finance for their earlier stated ambition for clean energy, ambition for renewable energy transition that need to be supported by cheap finance and technology, which is not being committed by northern world. So there is a reason, but it it is not at all desirable.
Well, Samrat, do you feel that India is doing enough to combat climate change? I mean, we heard there from the Environment Minister who said India is committed to green energy. Is it?
Yes, if you see the equity part of the whole climate debate, India consists of almost 17% of the world population, considering that we have a per capita emission which is far, far below uh, any world average. Our energy per capita consumption is also very much low. We have a development agenda to address on. Yes, the opportunity for India to develop in a clean or on a environment friendly or climate friendly manner. And uh, uh, during the initial days of the Prime Minister has uttered our commitment by 2030, which is the commitment within this decade we need to follow. And this requires a support from the northern world. The support is still not been uttered in any form. But still, India, I think, will be able to meet its commitment of 50% RE, renewable energy, 500 gigawatt of non-fossil installation. And if we can follow that path and 1 gigaton of emission reduction by 2030, our per capita emission is well within 2.3 to 2.32 per tonnes per person per year, and
Mhm.
that's quite low. And we'll be leading the fight to climate change in the world as a country.
Samrat, besides India's role in combating climate change, how do you feel overall about this deal that was reached at Glasgow on Saturday? Do you think enough is being done?
Not at all. It is good, but there are a lot of shortcomings. Good part of it, this is the first time world has come together, recognized the uh, crisis, and the need to move at scale. But actually, when addressing the scale part of it, it is still missing. There is a huge gap. The science says we need to reduce our emission by 45% by 2030. But the present commitment, what the NDCs are showing, there is still a huge gap, and that need to be addressed on. And it is not that the all the developed country, all the northern country who has much more carbon footprint, historical carbon footprint into this debate, and they have consumed most of the carbon space or emission space. They need not to be heavily push the ball to the developing nation who has its own agenda of development to have minimum uh, developmental or the minimum access of energy to be provided to its all citizens. So
Mhm.
the deep distrust between the north and the south need to be first target on, and particularly the climate justice issue. I think it's good that it has again come back into the main discourse after it has been sidelined into the Paris. But the loss and damage part, I'm truly, it is really disappointing
Mhm.
to not have that commitment into the Glasgow Declaration, because that commitment has been forwarded by a G77 plus China to that's almost representing of 5 billion people. So even in the commitment text, the equity is missing. The representation of the 5 billion people has
Yeah.
not been addressed on.
Still a long way to go before that equity will be seen. Samrat Sengupta speaking to us there from India's capital. Appreciate your analysis and your time. Thank you so much, sir.